our own portion. We take our own money and we return whatever is the remainder.
And many traders welcomed the initiative but called for more training on how to operate the ECR machines effectively. They also requested that the government provide support in making the devices more accessible and affordable. SLBC News, Sulaiman Babatu reporting.
Meanwhile, the National Investment Board with the Sierra Leone Economic Diversification Project has held a public-private dialogue session on navigating business legislation and other forms of business protocols. The session was held under the theme Streamlining Business Registration and Facilitation in Sierra Leone to accelerate economic growth and strengthen investors' confidence. Moses Conte reports.
The session was to foster open and constructive dialogue between public and private sectors actors, identifying bottleneck in the current registration processes, propose actionable reforms to enhance policy coordination, and strengthen the formalization of Sierra Leone's informal economy. The public-private dialogue also marked a milestone in the country's efforts to enhance ease of doing business and build a more inclusive and investor-friendly environment. Executive Director, National Investment Board, Dr. Edward Enga Sandi. He said NIB's ongoing reform includes the development of a national investment strategy, the consolidation of Registration of Business Act 2007 and the Companies Act 2009, digitalization of business records to enhance service delivery. Dr. Sandi said they will engage local councils and strengthen grassroots level business registration and permit issuance. Dr. Sandi acknowledged existing challenges including procedural inefficiencies and institutional overlaps, which particularly affect small and medium-sized enterprises.
We are aware that there are challenges to fully service our clientele in record time. We once started a business within 48 hours, albeit all documents being in place. I want to say that the NIB will improve on that turnaround time soon.
Many stakeholders described the event as timely and used the opportunity to register their frustration over the challenges in registering or operating businesses. Participants were encouraged to provide honest input and shared practical solutions aimed at creating a more seamless business environment. Moses Conte, SLBC.
In a significant move to safeguard public health, the government of Sierra Leone has passed new regulations aimed at eradicating lead paint, a major source of lead exposure globally. This decision came in response to findings from studies conducted by the EPASL and the Lead Exposure Elimination Project in 2019. It revealed that about 2.3 million children in Sierra Leone were affected by lead poisoning. Christina Camara reports. And it's now time for the entertainment news.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the entertainment update. I am yours truly, Mariatu Dukuri. Today in our headlines, we have Grace Akusa Williams, a Sierra Leonean living in Australia who is a documentary movie producer. And of course, we bring you updates on the Miss World. Grace Akusa Williams is a Sierra Leonean born in Ghana and raised in Tasmania, Australia. Now she is a young lady full of energy who came back to Sierra Leone to see what she can do as a movie or documentary producer. She came and went into the Gola Forest, one of the preserved areas in Sierra Leone, and let me tell you, the stories that she has to tell about this place are so amazing. Now, particularly, she told about the Picafartes bird. Yes, you heard it, Picafartes bird, which is one of the rarest birds in the world, and it is an endangered species. This bird, including the Gola Malimba and the pygmy hippo, are some of the endangered species which can only be found in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, and Ivory Coast, only 4 countries in the world. So remember that this is all in the Gola Forest, which she is here or came here to tell a story about. Let's take a look at this interview.
In my home, I live really close to Antarctica, so it's very, very strange living in such an isolated place at the bottom of the world, but it really mirrors some of the locations and the beauty that I've found in Sierra Leone. So since coming back to my parents' home, I've been in Gola rainforest, and there's so many parallels to being in the rainforest and living in a place like Tasmania, which is like an ecologically stunning place to be. I grew up around lots of forests and lots of trees, so I'm kind of shocked that my little isolated Tasmanian upbringing is showing up in Sierra Leone. Incredible place in Sierra Leone that is basically a World Heritage Site. It's so stunning. It has over 600 of the world's bird species. It's a biodiversity hotspot. It's like, I was like, why don't I know this about my own country technically? So I went into the forest and I saw Picatactus, I saw all of these like monkeys, and I was like, we're so blessed. Lifting our narratives, because I feel like the way traditional development is done, where you give lots of money to people to buy food, is not doing justice to the wealth that this country holds, particularly when it comes to our cultural heritage. No one has what we have in terms of the value. Like, no one in the world has pygmy hippos, and they exist in the Gola rainforest. And I feel, as a documentarian, as a filmmaker, as a film producer, that it's my calling to do this on behalf of my parents. I don't know of any other country where they speak Creole the way we speak, and it's so widespread. So when it comes to doing research about Sierra Leone, finding out about our cultural heritage, what's very unique about it is that we are the only ones that can tell our own stories. No one else can do it, because we're the only ones that speak unique languages like Mende, Timini, Soso, Madinga. Like, we are so ethnically diverse that if we do not work on telling our own stories, we lose our cultural heritage, and we can't pass that on to the next generation to preserve.
Alright, we say many thanks to Grace Akusa Williams for that, and we cannot wait to see this documentary, as she will be partnering with some media houses here in Sierra Leone and also in Australia to produce this documentary about the Gola Forest, and she has many more ideas that she wants to work on. Now on to the Miss World. Now the Miss World finals would be today. Before by the time this news airs out, the Miss World finals would be on, and we would know who made it to the top 40 and who would be the Miss World 2025. Now we wish all the very best of luck to our own Miss Sierra Leone Lachebe Davies. Now we know that she went to the top 2, the first ever Sierra Leone to go to the top 2 for Best in Beauty with a Purpose. We are Miss Uganda 1 for the continent of Africa. We are so proud of Lachebe for her good work, and good luck to her once again.
Again, I got to realize that children are indeed, it's quite hard for me to express feeling into words. I mean, sitting in the midst of children, I got to realize that children are indeed not only a gift from God, but they are the greatest gift of all. And it's quite an honor for me to create a direct or indirect impact in their lives, as we have been given the opportunity by Miss World 20, the team of Miss World. Thank you so much.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have in today's entertainment update. Until next time, I have been Maria Tudukuri. See you.
Thanks, Marito Dukuri. With that, we end the news. But before we close, there is a recap of the main points. The Speaker of Liberia Parliament, Honorable Richard Nyagwe Kun, has told the Sierra Leone Parliament that the establishment of the Mano River Union Parliament will come along with socio-economic benefits to member states. The management and functional review done on ECSL by the Republic Sector Reform Unit in collaboration with the International Foundation for Electoral Systems has recommended for an establishment of a fixed date for the conduct of presidential and parliamentary elections and review of the collection of electoral laws, among others. And the Tadgis Foundation, in partnership with Caritas Freetown, has trained dozens of young women in various vocational skills under the United Nations Peace Building Fund project. The training, which took place in Freetown, provided intensive training in various courses including tailoring, cosmetology, and hairdressing. And that's all we can share in this edition of the news. I am Aminata Fufana. Thanks for watching.
You ready for the Zoom meeting today with the investor then?
Yes, boss. I'm ready for the meeting today. And I don't download all the reports they sent to me on the internet.
Make sure so you get super connection, because I don't want one problem during the meeting.
Everything is okay. Everything is fine.
Counting on you, even though we're not in the same office. I will be with you every step of the way.
A place cannot produce poems. It can only not prevent them. And Freetown is good at that, for Freetown has its own sudden elegances. People are slow to leave it, quick to return. And there are others who come for a year or two and stay for a lifetime, sensing that they've found a city that is in the world, yet sufficiently on the edge of it to have a different resonance. Let me tell you something about this city. All of us, we're all just passing through, and we've all been here forever. Those who came, those who stayed, those who never returned. Tides turn, seasons change. We've waited and we've watched. But we've always been here. We've always listened, because there is a different resonance here. It comes from the river, and the land, and the sky.
It's our place. All of us.
This city belongs to everyone.
And you know when it's your time.
And it's our time.
Listen, we are Freetown.
We are Freetown!
The golden rules of Freetown.
Don't pretend you're something that you're not.
Don't go thinking you're better than anyone else.
Or that anyone else is better than you.
Don't shout about it. Get on with it.
We are Freetown.
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 Yeah. We found our voice again.
I'm from India and Freetown.
I'm from China and Freetown.
I'm from the UK and Freetown.
I am from Nigeria and Freetown.
I am from home and Freetown.
This city belongs to everyone.
The fishermen,
The taxi driver,
The barber,
the drummers, the dancers.
All of us.
All of us. Everybody. We are Freetown.
The past is ours.
the future is ours. It's our time again.
and this city belongs to everyone.
The playwright,
The greengrocer,
The teacher,
the dog.
This space is ours.
this light is ours.
The beaches are ours.
the rivers now we own.
The roads are ours.
The bridges now we own.
We are Freetown.
We are all visitors and we've all been here forever.
We've got the mightiest river.
And the biggest sky.
And there's a resonance again.
Freetown, Freetown.
We are proud of this place.
We love this city.
And we want you to love it too.
We are proud of this place.
Now pass we all they pass like stranger them, but we all don't dare from them. Come here, and you'll feel it, that end of the line sense of freedom. Say yes to freedom.
The Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation Television, this is Good Morning. Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation Television, this is Good Morning Sierra Leone, the program that always starts your day. I am Sheku Smaila.
And my name is Francis Parnat. Our quote of the day is from American musician Tom Morello, and it says, progressive, radical, or even a revolution. And views to the number on your screen, or you go to our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. Revolutions. And views to the number on your screen, or you go to our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. And views to the number on your screen, or you go to our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone, and we are broadcasting live from Broadcasting. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone, and we are broadcasting live from Broadcasting House, New Englandville in Freetown.
Unit of Sierra Leone. Good morning, Mr. Kone, and welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, now
Sierra Leone conducted its first national risk assessment in 2017. After that, we were assessed and deficiencies were identified. National risk assessment in 2017. After that, we were assessed and deficiencies were identified. And in 2023 as well, we updated the second national risk assessment, in which areas that were identified by our assessors and other international partners as deficiencies, we included them in the second national risk assessment. Areas like non-profit organizations, the use of bitcoins and the beneficial ownership. These were areas that are very important, but they were left behind in the first national risk assessment. So in the update of the second national risk assessment in 2023, questionnaires were distributed to institutions that were investigated. It came out clearly that the financial institutions, it also came out clearly that the financial sector has more mechanism, has more deterrent methods put in place than any other sector. They are evolving as we evolve. In the conduct of the national risk assessments, they are more compliant and helpful. I am not.
Do you check their books, because the thing is make as much profit as possible, to maximize profit. And these financial institutions rely on them, on customers, for very. Are you satisfied with the way you might have, got either money through some kind of fictitious means, and the person comes because he or she has money, and the business people, the bankers,
other activities as your act or the constitution for which you are governed by stipulates. But now let's look at how robust is your institution in making sure that people's money, well, not only money, but those coming in. Of course, if you go all around the world now, if you notice what is happening, money laundering is becoming a thing of people are highly involved in it now, and Sierra Leone is not an exception. We've seen where institutions have come clandestinely to dupe people.
In 2017, when the first risk assessment was conducted, like if you take a look at not-profit organizations or NGOs, these are areas that we are not assessed. But in 2023, we assessed them and we saw some loopholes. The beneficial ownership, car dealers, shipping agencies, these are areas that are left behind.
Mr. Kone, the beneficial ownership. I think that one is very, very important, in the fight against money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Beneficial ownership. How do you screen these beneficiaries? Because somebody comes, yes, as a country, we need investment badly. You know, we want investment in our economy. Or we need jobs. You know, we need development in every aspect. But at the same time, we need to really scrutinize those who come in the guise of investment or investors, as the case may be. So then how? In the first place, tell us, some of the risk, because your business is about, people. Whenever you put structures in place to tighten some kind of some loopholes, people always try to bypass. So what are some of the risks are you looking at? So the things that you think really yes.
There are sectors, we call them pillars. Now, each of the sectors might have its own risks and vulnerabilities. Like if you take a look at the NPOs or NGO sector, one of the things we discovered was that the knowledge on money laundering and terrorist financing in the NPO sector was non-existent. So like people, I'm not saying they do not know anything, but in terms of the money laundering and terrorist financing, they do not have any knowledge came out. And there are no methods put in place to actually like vet.
So who do you think is responsible for that? For them not knowing?
Well, the FIA is actually a coordinating body in the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. So we take effort from a lot of people. If we analyze this is not the fault of one sector.
Okay.
There are so many people, or there are so many factors responsible for this.
All right, thank you very much. Well, he is Usman Kone, and he is Senior Officer, National Risk Assessment and Outreach, FIA. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone. We are broadcasting live from Broadcasting House, New England Field. We still have other issues in the program, and now we go to one of our stories in the program. The management of Leone Rock Metal Group has noted with deep concern the circulation of a misleading and incorrect article titled "Breaking News: Leone Rock Metal Group transitions to new ownership amid workers' unrest." Leone Rock Metal Group says there has been no change in ownership or name, as the group remains fully operational under its current ownership and management. There has been an engagement with Rockwave HR Farm, which is a Sierra Leonean-owned human resource management company that has recently been contracted to support their growing operational needs. Their scope is limited to managing junior level, non-supervisory staff across Leone Rock and its subcontractors. The company says there are no redundancy plans as they are expanding. In the studios this morning we have
just to make some clarifications, I am an HR consultant and also at the director level of the company.
Thank you very much. So you have been working with Leone Rock to make sure you get them the right staffing.
Right.
So let's talk about this issue of Leone Rock laying workers off.
So to say we are reducing staff, that's blatantly fake.
So where do you think this is coming from? Because to every rumor, you must have some element of truth in it. Where do you think it's coming from?
Well,
what do you think went wrong?
Very good. Like I said, you said we are reducing staff and our name is changing to Rockwave. That's where it is misleading. What we did was to contract a Sierra Leonean HR firm that is taking the management of our G-Rent mine. Don't forget, this mine has been in existence for well over 10 years, and we've had two previous operators. They are African Minerals and then later Shandong Steel. So we came and looked at what went wrong in the past and how we're going to make this mine profitable, how we're going to make it sustainable. So all what we're doing at the moment is making sure we don't do or repeat the mistakes of the previous operators. So what we have done as a company is firstly to look at the commodity we're mining, it's iron ore, and we look at what is there. The ore in Tompolili is of low grade, and so if you sell it to the world market and if prices are down, it will affect you. So how do you compete in a market where there is high grade? So what we did was to invest in beneficiation, invest in new technology, invest in equipment that will increase the grade of our ore from 58, which is the natural grade, to 62. This is what we have done. And in doing so, you need more machines. In doing so, you need more staff. In doing so, If what we actually
the question I'm asking, you have members of staff who must have given some information to some of these bloggers, wherever that information is coming from. I keep saying, to every rumor, you must have some element of truth.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
My question now is, why do you think this is happening and at this time?
I think it is happening because somebody's lazy and somebody just wants to put up.
But Mr. Dafe, you don't have plans to lay staff off. But the thing is, like my colleague is saying, to every rumor there must be some element of truth. In the first place, why do you think people are trading this rumor? Because the thing is, I don't think it is your company. There is nothing like some kind of misunderstanding or something is not clear, or probably there is a gap.
It's a very misleading article. They said we are changing name from New York to Rockwave. What we have told you, which is very clear,
flow between just like, for example, even at the national level, if the citizens are kept incommunicado, they think for themselves. If there is this flow of communication or information between the governed and the governors, all these things will definitely come up. So, in your own case, don't you think lack of communication is probably responsible for what is happening right now?
No, we have done several releases.
Have you spoken to your employees?
Yes, we have internal communication mechanisms, and we have when we engage them at unit level, at department level, and even in general meetings. And these engagements are very clear. For me, I don't want to blame the staff who must have been fed with the wrong information. I want to blame the person who published what he thinks the staff said. For me, you would have come to the institution. This is what I got from these people. Is it true?
But so in journalism, you have your right to reply. Have you contacted or engaged that particular newspaper that did this publication?
So that is why we are here today.
Also publish it.
So yes, because in journalism you have the right to reply.
Amazing. This is Inkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base, and this is Inkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available brown gold natural cocoa powder, sunny gold brown sugar, neat fufu flour, shito, pisa, and moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Inkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian. Sierra Leone, live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation television. And this program, which is 8 million deaths each year, within 1.2 million as the result of non-smokers being exposed to second-hand smoke. The 2025 theme is Unmasking the Appeal, exposing